Assalamu alaikum everybody, and a very warm welcome back to episode 3 of the Qur'an with Sam series. Thank you very much for tuning in. It means the world to me that you guys have come to join me for me to teach you some Arabic today. So as always, bonus resources are on Patreon. They look like this, and they're available for all of the patrons regardless of what level you subscribe at. So yeah, you can get hold of those obviously for a few pound a month, and obviously that money makes a huge difference to actually keeping the channel alive, and means that we can continue to do this stuff consistently and reach more people who want to access Arabic texts. So let's just jump straight into it then, inshallah. We've done 2 ayat previously as well. We did kind of an ayah per video, so you can go back and catch up with those if you haven't done those already. Go and do that now, inshallah, before we get stuck into the middle of this series. So yeah, let's have a look at it. So what do we have? Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We have ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا اتَّبَعُوا الْبَاطِلَ وَأَنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اتَّبَعُوا الْحَقَّ مِنْ رَبِّهِمْ كَذَلِكَ يَضْرِبُ اللَّهُ لِلنَّاسِ أَمْثَالَهُم. So what do we have? ذَلِكَ. ذَلِكَ just means that. Okay, that is what? ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ. بِأَنَّ translates nicely here as just because, right? But there is kind of 2 parts to it. There's a bi, which means kind of by, and that, anna. So it's kind of like saying that is by the fact that, okay? Or that is because, right? By that kind of means the same as because, right? If I was to say, you know, I eat because I'm hungry, or we could say I eat by the fact that I'm hungry, right? They kind of mean the same thing, although just one sounds very Arabic and the other one sounds more English. So that is because الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, those who have disbelieved. We've already seen those words before. What do? اتَّبَعُوا الْبَاطِلَ. The verb اتَّبَعَ means to follow. اتَّبَعَ. They follow al-baṭila. They follow al-bātil. Al-bātila means the falsehood. Okay? They follow the falsehood. But what? وَأَنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. And those who have believed, اتَّبَعُوا الْحَقَّ. They follow the truth. The way I'm saying it sounds a bit funny because there's hamzat wasl, but I'm stopping in between them to break them down. So the way I'm reciting it sounds a bit funny, but we're still going over the words one by one. Yes, so crudely, just that kind of first line that we just covered, that is because those who have disbelieved follow the falsehood, and that those who believe follow the truth, right? That's all that's being said in this very simple message of the first line of this particular ayah. They follow the truth, al-haqqa min rabbihim, from their Lord. Yes, the min means from, and rabbi means Lord, and the him is theirs. Okay, and it's a rabbi instead of rabba or rabbu because of min that was before it. كذلك. كذلك, a little bit like بأن, can have a good translation. كذلك translates quite nicely, sort of, and as such. And as such. But really what's going into it is ka and ذلك, and like that. And like that. يضرب. Okay, so we have some funny language going on here in the last 4. And when I say funny, I don't mean anything negative about it, of course. What I mean is just things that aren't very intuitive for us English speakers, so we'll take a few minutes over it. So we have يضرب أمثالهم. Okay, for a second, let me just remove that. Allahu linnasi. Then let's just think about what يضرب أمثالهم means, because this verb ضرب, it has like over 20 meanings depending on how you use it. But ضرب, usually it means to hit or to strike. That's kind of its most like, if you hear ضرب, that's what it means, right? It means to hit or to strike something. But when it's used with various different prepositions and with different words in different contexts, it can either mean to present something, or to distance yourself from something, or to give an example of something. And in this case, what it really means is to present a state to somebody, right? So when we have يضرب الله, Allah presents للناس, to the people, أمثالهم, their state or their condition. أمثال, it can often mean kind of example. Often Allah will say like ضرب مثلا, He will give an example, right? ضرب, He will strike an example of something. Yeah, I believe in Surat Al-Baqarah, if I remember correctly, the ayah goes, إن الله لا يستحي. Certainly Allah is not afraid to or ashamed to. إن الله لا يستحي أن يضرب مثلا. He is not ashamed to يضرب مثلا, to give an example. من بعوضة فما فوقها, to give the example of even a mosquito وَمَا فَوْقَهَا, or what is even above that, right? It's not a mosquito or anything else, right? Allah will give examples of things even as small as a mosquito to demonstrate some truth to us, right? That's kind of what's being said in that example. But I just gave that ayah to demonstrate to you another use of daraba. But what it really means here, it's not that they're being given an example, it's that Allah is demonstrating to the people their situation, right? Which is congruent with what we just learnt in the line above, right? With some people following the falsehood and others following the truth. And Allah is sort of revealing to them and presenting to them their situations, given what they've chosen to believe in. So yeah, it's a pretty clear-cut ayah, even from a language perspective. The vocab list isn't especially long, I don't think, for this particular ayah. One, because the ayah is a bit shorter, but also because a lot of the language in it is stuff we've covered in this series already. Like we've already seen al-ladhina a number of times, kafaru, and al-ladhina and amanu, and al-haqqa min rabbihim. We actually saw that in the previous ayah. Actually, in the previous ayah, we had بما نزل على محمد وهو الحق من ربهم. We actually saw that exact language as well in the previous ayah. So I think that's everything for this particular lesson. We got through that pretty quickly. I think maybe I'm talking too quickly. Maybe you guys need to listen to these videos sometimes on like 0.5 speed, maybe, because I just get a bit excited. I get a bit caught up in it, and I just want to say too many things. But there's no harm if this is a shorter episode. I've rushed through it. It's not the end of the world if one of the episodes is 5 minutes or something. It might be a bit of a relief. So anyway, that's everything. As always, perhaps I'll invite you guys to subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. If it's your first time here, I don't know why you've not started in lessons 1 and 2, but if it's your first time here, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel. It makes a massive difference, helps the channel loads. And of course, if you want private one-on-one lessons with me, or want to spend more time with me, or want to get more of my resources, you can just go and check out my Patreon as well, because everything's over there now. So go to patreon.com/Sam Martin Burr. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.